All right, guys. So yeah, as I was saying before, Andrew Yang, however you want to say his name, however it is supposed to be pronounced. Perhaps, I'm pretty good with languages, but there's one language, the Chinese language, that I just can't do. And you'd think that I'd be pretty good at it, right? Because I'm a musical human being. But no, I just can't do it because it's really hard to learn tones, and probably nobody can empathize with me. Like, come on, man, it's really not that hard. You should just work at it. But no, I have tried. I really have. I can kind of imitate the Japanese language. I can kind of imitate all kinds of European languages. No problem at all. Spanish, Italian, French, German's a little bit hard. But Chinese, it's impossible. I just can't do it. I can understand a little bit, but I can't speak it. And I can sing it, but nobody understands what I'm singing. I could fool a non-Chinese that I can sing Chinese, but a Chinese would listen to the words and be like, what were you trying to say there? What was that all about? Anyway, there's a big distinction between Chinese and Taiwanese. And if you didn't know that, and a lot of people are pretty ignorant, I didn't know that either until recently I found out and discovered. But if you are Chinese, right, if you're Chinese from China, you're under the Chinese Republic. And so theoretically, you should be communist. But we all know that that's not real communism. It's capitalism, but pushed to the next level of... Because in America, or at least for a while, we had a free market and what was known as capitalism. But now it's something else. But basically the Chinese, what they've done is they've taken capitalism and pushed it even further than capitalism. That's what they have. And then it's been packaged in this, in this kind of bubble of lies, saying it's communism. It's really not. It's capitalism with no boundaries. It's basically capitalism with no boundaries. But anyway, I digress. On the other side, we have Taiwan. And Taiwan is actually very democratic. It's a real democracy over there. So there we have it. Anyway. But anyway, I'm gonna go back to because what happens to me is I digress and I've got these memory issues. I can't remember what I was talking about. I just go with it. My mind goes at 1,000,000 miles per hour. My mouth can't catch up. But anyway, I was talking about Andrew Yang, was I? I think I was. Anyway, somebody put it in the comments. Did the guy get back to the train of thought, or did he just get lost in the meanders, the black hole that is YouTube? I don't know. You guys can tell me in the comments. Anyway, Andrew Yang happens to be Taiwanese, and that means that he is very, very democratic. He is not communist in any possible way. And there is that distinction that people still make that mistake. They think that, because he's Chinese, he must be communist. It's not. You guys, you're living in the past. Chinese are not communists anymore. They're capitalists to the point where they make Americans' capitalism look like it's nothing. It's nothing. They push the boundaries of capitalism. Anyway. With all this craziness, what I was trying to get to was that Andrew Yang is a pretty good guy. But the reason why he keeps failing, he ran for president and president, and that really didn't work out for him. He got no media coverage at all. No media coverage at all, and so his campaign was going like this because he was like promoting this universal basic income. But then nobody wanted to report on Andrew Yang, so he disappeared. He's like gone. Just like Joe Jorgensen. Does anybody know who that is? We have a three-party system in America. A three-party system. But I don't know, maybe like 90% of people don't know that there's a Joe Jorgensen. Joe Jorgensen. Yeah. And in the beginning, when I was looking it up, I was like, Joe Jorgensen. Is that a boy? No, it's a beautiful woman. It's a beautiful woman. And for the longest time, people have been wanting a woman in power. In power. And we have a three-party system in America, but people don't know. This is what 2021. I mean, 2021, and people still don't know that America has a three-party system. They're so good at hiding stuff. It's an interesting thing, politics. It's an interesting thing. That's why my shrink Fraser, my shrink Fraser, he told me to stop. Don't, get away from politics, man. Get away. It's bad for you. It's bad for your psyche. Anyway, I'm sure I'm gonna have an episode where I talk about my shrink Fraser. Oh boy, that's a can of worms. Anyway, let's. He's a really loving guy, Fraser. Anyway, keeps me sane. Anyway, I was talking about Andrew Yang, and unfortunately, as I said before, the guy is cool. The guy is really cool, but unfortunately, he's a geek, and geeks, they know stuff. They talk about science and understand it, and unfortunately, that seems to be very unpopular in politics. Being politics is all about the look. And unfortunately, Andrew Yang doesn't have the look that he needs to be able to be president of the United States. Heck, they wouldn't even let him be governor of New York, that dead city. But hey, that's how it goes. And I think good chance that what we want instead is we gotta go with Andrew Yang. Andrew Yang's wife. Andrew Yang's wife is the one that should be running for office. I'm sorry, Andrew, but your wife is. That's my opinion. Maybe other people will have better opinions. I don't know. But I think your wife is the one who should be running for office. She's like the girl next door. She's got this voice. And I was getting emotional there. Because when she steps on stage, she's got this presence. She's really got this charisma. I think you should tell her to run. We need a woman in power. We need the next president to be your wife, Andrew. Your wife. She's got it. She's got what it takes. Oh well. See you all in the next one. Those were my 10 cents on that subject.